College football analyst Ross Benjamin joins us now with the games he's highlighted to have a lot of underdog value for Week 6. Welcome back, Ross. We'll do this rapid fire round, 15 seconds on each of your 5 picks. What have you got for us?
All right, pay attention, folks. Georgia at Tennessee on Saturday afternoon. The Bulldogs had their bubble burst last week in the 38-10 home loss to Alabama. The Volunteers have been their own worst enemy in their 3 losses. They came by a combined 12 points. This is a team that could very easily be 5-0 instead of 2-3. I'm taking Tennessee plus the 3 over Georgia. Syracuse travels to South Florida on Saturday afternoon to take on the Bulls. South Florida has very little semblance of a passing game. That's not good news considering Syracuse's defense has been stout against the run this season against everybody not named Leonard Fournette. Syracuse will also get starting quarterback Eric Dungey back from concussion. That'll give them an extra boost. We're going to take Syracuse plus the 2 over South Florida. Georgia Tech and Clemson at Clemson, South Carolina. I don't know, folks. Take a look at this and tell me you don't smell a rat here. Number 6 team in the country in Clemson as a touchdown favorite, just a touchdown favorite at home against a Georgia Tech team that's lost their last 3 in a row. Look, if it looks too good to be true, then it normally is. I'm taking Georgia Tech plus the 7 over Clemson. Florida travels to Columbia, Missouri to take on the Missouri Tigers. This certainly isn't a vintage Missouri team that we've seen in years past since joining the SEC, but they're still 4-1. They're only allowing 12 points a game, and Florida's coming off in a pair of emotional wins against Ole Miss and Tennessee, and they have up next at LSU, the number 7 team in the country. I look for them to be in a flat spot here. I like the Missouri Tigers plus the 5. And finally, the number 2 team in the land, TCU, travels to Manhattan, Kansas to take on the Wildcats. That's no easy feat, no matter how good you are. Kansas State 37-8 in their last 45 at home, 4-0 straight up in ATS in their last 4 as a conference home underdog of 12.5 or less, which they qualify for in this spot. I just can't ignore the fact this is a TCU, defense that's allowed a combined 89 points and 1,015 yards in 2 wins over the likes of SMU and Texas Tech. I'm going to have a lean here toward Kansas State plus 10.5, Megan.
Now that, folks, is how you do a rapid fire round. Ross, great work there. Give yourself a breath for a second. Now, is there any additional advice or specific games you have more confidence with than others to share with our viewers?
I know when you look at this article, it's going to be titled College Football Upset Alerts at SBR. Albeit, here's my prerequisite when I look for football underdogs. I like football underdogs that have a realistic opportunity to win the game outright. I thoroughly believe that to be the case in these 5 instances I just mentioned, albeit take the points, folks, as an additional bonus, not only this time, not only these times, but all times.
College football analyst Ross Benjamin, thanks again for joining us and for the excellent insight.